What's up, y'all? We are back.
Yes.
Hey, P fam. I'm so glad that y'all have tuned in for another conversation, another podcast. And y'all see who I got. I got my friend back. They like, was she already? Yep, she was here. And she's back. And we are sharing the good news today. And fam, before we get started, I need you to go ahead, like, share, comment, subscribe to the channel. Let's engage in these comments. Let's get me in the algorithm. Let's have a conversation, y'all. I need y'all to chime in. Don't have me talking about yourself. Y'all talk to us so we can talk back. Let's have a conversation. And so y'all see that title. We are talking about don't be deceived.
Yes.
Don't be deceived. And before we get started, fam, I want to read y'all just, the scripture that we're going to come out of today. We're coming out of Matthew. Beware of false prophets who come to you in sheep's clothing, but inwardly they are ravenous wolves. You will know them by their fruits. Do men gather grapes from thorn bushes or figs from thistles? Even so, every good tree bears good fruit, but a bad tree bears bad fruit. A good tree cannot bear bad fruit, nor can a bad tree bear good fruit. Every tree that does not bear good fruit is cut down and thrown into the fire. Therefore, by their fruits, you will know them. Oh my goodness. By their fruits. Since let's talk about these counterfeits, let's talk about deception. What you think? What's up?
From my personal experience, I have been, on my spiritual journey for like 3 years now. And what I enjoy about this spiritual journey is you have to grow.
Oh, yeah.
When you get into the word, it's going to grow you up. Things that you might have not seen before, you're going to start seeing. And I love to read Proverbs. If you ever just want to have wisdom and good judgment,
it's good.
It's to read Proverbs and pray to God to give you discernment, because it's certain things that you just can't fall for no more. I know now, like in the dating season, and I ask God, to give me a greater discernment, give me good judgment, give me wisdom, so I won't fall for the same tricks, the same thing over and over again. And I going to dating in being transparent, just being open and having my eyes open as to who this person is. Not being too anxious. What are my boundaries? Like when it comes to like conversation, if we're in conversation, what is this person communicating to me about?
That's good.
What is this conversation about? What is his day-to-day about? That shows you right there, who this person is.
That's good.
A good rule of thumb for me, if I'm dating someone, I'm in conversation with someone, is they pulling me to God or they drawing me away from God. And that's when I start to like, okay, should I remove this person? You have to figure it out right there.
But sis, can you say that deception can look real though?
Yes.
That the counterfeit can almost imitate the real thing?
It can. That's why I was saying, like, you have to ask God for discernment and good judgment, and bringing that situation to God. It's so many times where we'll get into something, and then after the fact, oh God, come in. Once we really see that we in too deep, but you don't want to let it go yet. Now we're inviting God in. It's instead of when you first met him, when you first exchanged numbers or however that went. Okay, God, I gave this person my number. I want you to go ahead and show me his true character right away. I don't want to be in too deep, and now it's hard for me to let go.
That's so good. That was a key fact right there, doing it in the beginning.
Yes.
Because so many times we do it. We already love y'all. We already, oh my God, this person, my everything. You already envision your wedding.
Yes. And that's how we are.
Yeah. You done seen everything, and you never even ask God. It's like, God, who is this person in my life?
Yes.
Who is this person I'm talking to? Show me their heart.
Yes.
Show me in conversation who this person is. And I have been there. Let's be real, y'all. I ain't even been on here fake. I ain't preaching to y'all about something I haven't. I always haven't went to God and said, who is this person? I jumped head first, fell in love supposedly, and then now I'm like, Lord, get me out. Help me. When God said the whole time you could have avoided this if you would have just asked me, who is this person?
Yes.
Because they can, y'all, let's be honest, they can sound good. They can even go to church.
Yes.
I'm talking about put on the airs, but you got to know that mask got to fall off.
Yes.
Even if you really listen to the Counterfeits conversation, sometimes you will hear it in there.
Yes.
Because they can, an example, they could be like, yeah, I go to church. But yeah, my grandmama raised me. But yeah, I don't really, I don't gotta go all the time. I just, I go. I got a relationship. I talk to them sometimes, and that to me right there is almost like, because I already been through that. I think I told y'all this several times. I've been through a person I had to drag. And I'm in the season of my life, I don't want to drag nobody, right? I don't want to drag. You don't have to be, this or that. But come on, man, I'm not finna drag you. Yes. I'm not finna have to pull you in prayer to be like, oh, Lord, come on, save him, save him, save him. Yes. I heard somebody say, believe the person. If this person never changed, would you be okay with it? If this person showed this person right here, I'm not talking about their potential. Yes. If this person never changed, would you be okay with it?
Yes.
Would you be okay to deal with that for the rest of your life?
Yes.
You see this person smoke, weed, whatever your deal breakers is, things that you told God you would never deal with. And you compromise because we don't want to be alone.
That's true. And I know for myself, I was in a relationship with someone for 10 years, like off and on, right? And again, when I met him, I didn't, ask God. I just did it on my own. I liked him. He smelled good.
Good.
He looked good. He was doing the things that I think that, that I wanted at the time. But, now that I'm in with God, it's kind of like, God knows so much more than he wants greater than what we have for ourselves.
Jesus.
And now it's like, okay, I have boundaries. I have standards. I'm not just going to let you come into my life without praying to God, without seeking God, because I know the consequences of it. I can say for so many women, how many of us got into a relationship, we did not seek out God, and then we wanted to leave well before we left, trying to get out for years. And I just know that I just thank God, because in this relationship, I think by year 4, I was ready to go. By year 4, I stayed 10, 6 more years after that, because the mental and the heart posture, I love this person. What happens when you love the person that brings you your greatest hurt is also that same person that brings you your greatest joy. It was like, I can't stand the person, but at the same time, I can't live without this person. Like, he is my support. He's all that I have. He's providing financially. This is the only type of love that I have outside of him. I tried it, and I tried it in my own strength all the time. And I stayed quiet too within those years. I wanted people to think that I was in a good relationship. I didn't want people to know what really was going on. So I stayed quiet, and staying quiet, I stayed 6 more years. I was telling God, I want to be out, here and there. God, I want to be out of this relationship, but I don't know how to get out, because they have been my life for so long. I'm used to them. I'm comfortable with them. I don't know a life without this person. And I thank God that he did. I kept being consistent about asking God to remove me out of that situation. And he did. He was faithful to do so, because I know that it was bigger than me. I couldn't get myself out. And I think a lot of times I did leave, but I got right back because I was trying to do it in my own strength. And again, not telling other people what's going on. And I think that last straw was like year 9. My close friends that I could trust, I started to tell them, hey, this is what's going on. And my friend, I was just so thank God for her. She was not just mental. She was like, all right, we're going to start praying. And that's exactly what I did. I was praying. And one day I woke up and I literally just had the desire to not ever go back. I think I love what it was 2020. It's 2025. I still don't have that desire. I still always will have a love for this person because we was together for so long. But, when it's not of God. And one thing about God also, when you're in a situation that he doesn't want you to be in, he's going to make that thing so much worse. All hell is breaking loose because you just won't let go. And I think sometimes as women, we compromise because we just don't want to say I just wasted all these years.
Wow.
We don't want to accept that it may be something else. We don't know what that else is. And I know for me, I did not want to stop being a single mom. I didn't want that. I always wanted a family. I wanted us all under the same roof. If I gotta, whatever I gotta do, God, to have that, that's just what I wanted. But that just wasn't the will that God had for that particular relationship. I had to let it go.
That's amazing, because sometimes we don't know how long it's going to take either. So we's like, I don't know how long it's going to take for me to find somebody else. So I don't want to go, well, I don't want to do that. I don't want to meet nobody else. They ain't going to do me like this person. But like you said, I heard something you said, that it's joy and chaos at the same time. That we can be in somewhere that we know is not of God. But Lord, are you good enough to give me something better?
Yeah.
Honestly.
Yes.
Are you that good that somebody else may be better for me, but I don't see that right now, Lord.
Yes.
I only can see this person.
Yes.
The way they make me feel. Nobody else can make me feel like that.
Yes.
Nobody else will understand me like him.
Yes.
And even I was thinking about not only counterfeit relationships, but counterfeit opportunities.
Yes.
Things that look like the real thing, but you compromise even your morals within Christ.
Yeah.
This may be a higher paying job, but it's going to take me away from my children.
Yes. Done that plenty of times.
Yeah.
Plenty of times. I just had a job opportunity. They reached out to me. That was like, Miss Good, we hear so many, good things about you. We want to offer you this position. And I already know that where I currently was, I was already struggling in my faith. I was already struggling to get in my word with everything I already have going on, struggling to make it in the church. I said, ooh, it's more money. I said, but I'm already struggling.
That's on so good,
spiritual sense. And I said, ooh, let me pray about it. I already knew what the answer was. But it was more money. I'm a sole provider for my children. So who want extra money? The extra money sounds great. But when you count up the cost, as far as your spiritual side, because I was already struggling trying to manage everything in my household already. So I ended up reaching back out, and I was like, I'm sorry, I'm not going to be able to take the opportunity at this moment. I just have too much on my plate. I'm already, kind of burning out. But I thank you so much for the opportunity. Maybe in another season I will be able to do it. But right now, I can't do it. And that person left me on red. They left me on red, baby. But it doesn't matter, because when you know, it sounds crazy, because she was like, you a single mom. I was looking, look out for you. Oh, I was trying to look out for you. It was more people that was more qualified than you, that was more trained than you. And I thought about you, and I understand that. I'm grateful. I'm thankful. But I don't want to lose, the little bit
That's so good.
The little Quaneisha I still have, I don't want to lose it all.
That's so good.
And because I am scared that I may lose it, I can't do it. I can't take that on right now.
Oh, that is so good. Somebody probably watching like, girl, you crazy.
Yeah.
You crazy for not taking that money. You a single mom? But it's almost like, what is the cost of that?
Yes.
I'm going to lose out more time. It's more money now. But I already got to take care of my children.
Yes.
I got to do all these other things. Like she said, I was struggling spiritually already, trying to make time for God and coming to church. And then I had to supposedly take a loss, to do more important, to tend to more important things.
And this opportunity was an opportunity that I had been praying for.
Oh,
I wanted it. I was like, but it's the wrong time.
Counterfeit opportunities.
It's not right yet.
Because timing also, that's good. Timing also plays a part in it. It gotta be the right time. And I think a lot of times, I wouldn't say God does it, but I think sometimes opportunities present itself to see what we'll do.
Yes.
To see if we'll take the bait. Yes. Let's see how much you really love me. Because the Bible said, don't lean onto your own understanding anyway.
No.
But to acknowledge me in everything. We have to acknowledge God. Like we said in the beginning, that we'll do things and then we'll ask God, like, Lord.
Yes.
When stuff start hitting the fan, we'll be like, Lord.
Yes.
Lord, and when we already so invested, versus asking God in the beginning, say, Lord, is this the opportunity? Yeah. Lord, is this the promotion? I know I've been praying about it, but Lord, I do understand that although this may be, I was making $20 an hour, this gonna give me an opportunity to make 31. But Lord,
yes,
where is the cost?
I knew if I took it, I knew that was gonna be it.
Oh,
that was gonna be it. I was already
stressed.
I knew. I was like, yeah, your spiritual relationship is gonna go.
It's gonna suffer. Whew, y'all come in. Let me know if y'all ever encounter any counterfeit opportunities in your life. Tell me what it is. Tell me what you have dealt with.
Yeah.
Because I can definitely speak about. Oh, come on. Thank you, Holy Spirit. I remember this opportunity I had with this other job before I got where I work now. And I left my actual good, stable job to go to this opportunity.
Yeah.
Because the money was better. The money was better. I just knew this was from the Lord. I was praying. Like, oh my God, Lord, you opened this door for me. And so, unlike you, I didn't ask God. I didn't ask God, say, Lord, should I leave my job and go, my stable job now, and go to this job? No, I just said, the money better. I'm sick of that job. I'm sick of my boss at this job anyway. Let me go over here. So in a way, like 4 or 5 months into the job, they let me go anyway. The job closed down. The money was good for them 4 months.
Yeah.
But they let me go because of just some dumb. Then the company ended up closing down. It was a new company. Y'all, I left my real authentic job for this counterfeit opportunity. And I look back at it now as a counterfeit opportunity because I didn't console God about that.
Yeah.
The money was amazing. I'm like, boy, I'm gonna make bank. I'm a single mom.
Yeah.
But everything that glitters is not
right. And that's the thing. And it's like, I feel like God allow us to have those experiences for us to really count up the cost, because as single moms, who don't want stability?
Who don't?
But we got to understand the stability ain't in a job.
Oh, come on.
He allowed us to have that experience, that the stability wasn't the job or the amount of money. The stability was him. Because when we be moving out of place, we don't know that those distractions are getting us out of place for his real true blessing. Had you just waited, had you just been complacent, you don't know what I had up here for you, because you didn't even pray to me before you made thus and so.
That's so good. That even makes me think, sis, about Delilah, how she was a counterfeit.
Yes.
For Samson.
Yes.
Samson thought this girl, I'm gonna put the scripture up here, y'all. Judges. It's in Judges. I think I wrote it down. Judges. I put it up on here. But that was a counterfeit opportunity. Like, he thought, oh my gosh, and he probably thought she was so beautiful. She just wanted to get to know more about me, knowing that she came to take away everything from this man.
And not only that, in that story, so many times she kept asking him. She was giving all kind of red flags.
Oh my God. If he was paying attention, because after the second time, I'd be like, she's trying to obey, because why you want to know this so bad?
But this is literally us. We do the same thing.
Us. God could be showing us like, nope, stop.
Yes.
Oh Lord, he's just so fine. Lord, what am I gonna do without him?
Yes.
Why we do that?
I think we do it. We compromise because we just don't know. Like, some of us we know God promises. The Bible says that He will, give us desires of our heart. I think as women, we all desire love and just want to be felt wanted and needed and cared about. Like, oh my gosh, like, we are so simple. We really are. And I think we compromise because when we start, wanting to walk holy, there's a lot of things that we have to separate from. Ooh. So when your normal life, what you used to do was always be in a conversation with somebody to make us feel good about, whatever. Like, I'm telling you, I would love to get off and have somebody rub my feet. Like, I'm serious. I love that. Somebody to ask you how your day went and care and listen for a response. And then if they felt like you had a bad day, some type of way, insert themselves to make it better. Someone to pop up to, hey, I got you lunch. Hey, I just wanted to know, do you need anything? Those type of things with women is everything.
Everything.
And when your trying to separate yourself and, you know, walk holy and, you know, do the things of God, you cannot be in conversation with everybody. So that brings along isolation. It brings along loneliness. And we don't know how long. So for me, myself personally, okay, it's been 3 years. Lord, I've been doing what you had told me to do. Like, you ain't gonna be really running faithfully, doing everything you think God has called you to do. But I've been praying to you, but it is unanswered.
Oh, that's so good.
The silence is silent. It's getting so loud. You know, I'm going to sleep by myself. Like, the knowing that you got the free will, I don't have to go to sleep by myself.
Say that again, sis.
I could answer the phone. I could have been in contact with whomever, right? I just think the loneliness and the silence gets so loud, especially when you've been doing it for years. Especially if you've been doing it and you're celibate too. And you just don't know when. You just don't know. And you start looking back, like, in those lonely moments, like, well, you know, he went all that bad.
Wow.
You know, it wasn't that bad. And I think that's where we compromise at, because we don't because of the silence. And I think
the silence,
for me, it would be better if we had maybe an accountability partner, maybe that's someone good. We can call and say, hey, I'm struggling, you know, I really longing for a company right now so from good, a man. I'm just saying, like, you can call your sister in Christ, or, you know, people. But I'm just saying, sometimes if you want a man company, you just want man company.
Yeah, you do. And you do. Yeah.
So calling somebody, letting somebody know where you are spiritually. Like, I am ready to call this person. I mean,
you gotta have some type of accountability.
Counterfeits are everywhere. They're always approaching. They're always available. Why are the counterfeits always available, always approachable?
No, always.
They're always accessible.
And then I'm talking about, and they'll call you and everything. I'm talking about, they are consistent. The counterfeits are consistent.
They're always accessible. But
they are so consistent.
Yes, but I've been asking God I'm living this in real life. God, I don't want anything. Even at the moment, even if I don't feel like that emotionally, because I'm in my emotions about being single. But I would just verbally say, I don't want anything that don't come from you. Help me wait. Help me wait, because we know the consequences that comes behind, you know, being with somebody that, you know, God has already said, hey, they're not for you. It's consequences along it. Sometimes we prolong situations because we just won't stop touching. We won't stop going back.
So there's consequences with the counterfeit.
Yeah. Definitely. You could stay in a season way too long because you just won't let go.
How would a person, maybe we have a person that's watching that don't know God, that's not in a relationship with God, but she I mean, this relationship seemingly seems okay.
Yeah.
I mean, how can she know? Like, what does she need to do?
I would say if she doesn't have a relationship with God, that's going to be the start, is getting a relationship with God. You can't trust someone you don't even know. So get into your word.
Say that again.
Try to find a church home where you can get the word. It's hard to get in your word when you don't know God. So at least get into someone's church.
Yeah.
Ask God. I did. I mean, I think what led me to God was the biggest heartbreak ever. And I was like, man, I done tried it every way. Let me go ahead and go to church and see, you know, what God is about. And so that's what I did. I prayed for a church home. One of my friends, she came to the church that I'm at now. So I showed up and the word was just on point.
Yeah.
Also, you know, having someone, God is, you know, makes provision for us. He knows like different things that we're going to go through. So having somebody as a friend that you can call with the real, letting them know where you're at, and they're in a place, not just a friend, but someone that's in a place that can call on God for you, pray for you, encourage you, strengthen you. And also just going to God vulnerably. And letting him know, babe, I done got myself in a situation I can't get myself out of. And that's little. When I was in that relationship, I done got myself in I can't get out of this.
Yeah.
I can't get out of it without you. Without your power. Without your anointing. Because and we have to transform our thoughts, because we will want to go back without a transformed heart, without transformed thoughts, mindset. We're going to always, even when he deliver us, and that's what something God has been working. You could be delivered, you could be free, but that mind still went back there. Your heart still went back there.
It's a daily decision.
It is.
It's something that you have to.
It's you.
A daily decision you have to make. I'm not going back. I'm not going back. I still tell myself that to this day. I'm not going back. I'm not going back. I literally tell myself that when my thoughts he would just say my thoughts sometimes be like, well, it went like we wasn't that bad. You know. But God has more, y'all.
He does.
He has more. And I have to tell myself that, like, Kelsey, we not out here desperate.
Yes.
We not out here desperate. You don't have to settle for a counterfeit. You don't have to settle for counterfeit people, opportunities. That goes in friendships as well. Everybody's not meant to be connected to you.
Yes.
You don't have to hate a person. You don't have to dislike or have beef, but everybody's not meant to be in your circle. Your inner court, the person, like she just said, you call and you can, because you have certain friends for certain things or whatever. You have some friends that you laugh with. I'm not just talking about cut off everybody that's not, because everybody's not meant to be cut off, right?
Yes.
But you have counterfeit friends, people in your life, you know what I'm saying? And we have to, like she said, have a relationship with God to discern that.
Yes.
Be like, Lord, who is this person? Because God sees, he hears conversations we don't even hear. And that's why a lot of times, even my last relationship, I'm like, well, God, morally he was a good person.
Yeah.
Morally, God, he knew you.
Yeah.
Morally, Father God, he just, he came to church, he did his thing or whatever. He seemed like he loved me. But God said, look at the fruit.
Yeah.
Now that's what we don't look at. We don't look at that fruit.
You're right.
We don't really expect it. And you be like, oh, okay, yeah. You got some aspects of good. You got some aspects, but this ain't what God got for me.
Yes. I just want to challenge everybody, because I know how it is to be single. If you're a single woman and you're single and trying to live for God.
Oh, Jesus.
I'm not gonna lie to you, it get hard, and some of this stuff is easier
hard
said than done.
Hard.
But put it in the atmosphere that God has something greater for me in my future than my past. Every time you want to go back, every time it looks like it was better back there, no, God has something better for me up here than back there. And leave it there. And it's something that you said that it's more. God has greater. God has more, man. God has allowed me to really experience. Allow me to go back. Gave me extended the grace and mercy to go back. Don't went back.
See, it's tough.
And because he has developed me in a stage now to where what this person is offering is not good enough. Ooh. You don't went back, and it's still because now when you come into Christ, he starts developing you in certain stages, right? So you want to live holy. You want to live a life that's pleasing to God's eyesight. And then you go back, and then you're in communication and communion with someone who is not trying to do none of that. They're not trying to marry you.
That part is.
They're not trying to. They want the benefits of marriage, but they're not trying to marry you.
Waste time, man.
So now I'm now you're out of God's will, because now you are doing things you have no absolute business with a person that you know would never that would never come to their mind and settle down with you. It's not, you want the family life, but this person is not providing family. You want someone that can pray for you, but this person is not in the place to pray for you because they're doing all this, that, and the third. And God be like, now look at you. Come on back. Come on back, because they're not able to. I wanted you to see that they can't give you what you want.
That's like a nail on the head when you said that, because God will do that. He'll give you, like she said, the grace and the mercy to go back out.
I just want you to
see why. I want you to see that I have more for your life than this. I just want you to see. Go ahead. I'm going to give you the grace to come back.
Yeah.
But I just need you to see.
Yeah.
Q, that's so good.
Yeah. There are people, I'm telling you, they don't know they're working for the enemy. There are people that will keep you stuck, just distracted, just keep you in going circles and circles. You just frustrated. Why they won't do right? They say they love me, but why their words are not matching their actions? You just stuck. You just stuck. Like, come on, you could come to church. Come on, get in your word. Come on, pray. Come on, don't you have a desire to get it right? I'm telling you, they be looking like, what is she talking about?
This is so good. That's why I'm making a fool right now, because I just said this not too long ago. I said it's some people that works for the enemy. I promise you.
They don't even
know they work for the enemy. They don't even know that they are hired by the enemy. And then we can be like, well, they talk about the Lord, but the devil know the Lord too. It's deception, y'all. It's deception. And it's so good what she said. They don't even know they are hired on assignment to take me down.
Yes.
And it's up to me to pay attention.
It's on us. You see you going round and round. Year 1, year 2, year 3, all right.
I ain't talked to my good sister about this, and she just take over then.
I'm just saying.
Because they'll waste time. They come in to waste time to pull you further and further and further. And you like, well, Lord, I can't get up out of this. It's just really a soul tie, stronghold,
depression.
Yeah. How you out, and now you're not even looking forward to the promise God truly has, because you stuck on deception.
Yes.
Oh, that what you say, going round and around, year after year, just
having the same conversations with this person.
And also, I love when you said that God will never let you be comfortable in it.
It ain't even the same no more. Intimacy ain't even the same no more.
Girl, anyway.
It's not even the same. He was like, I let you have it just so you can know it won't be the same, because once you came in the connection, once you came of knowing me, it won't be the same. Conviction. You have conviction now. You know better now.
She's talking, man.
Temporary. It's so temporary. It's so temporary. You can be in the act and it's still because the thoughts, you know better.
Because before it was great. Amazing. But once that conviction and you really get to know God, you see better too. But it's up to us to break it. Yeah. Because that temptation, I feel like, gonna always be there, especially when you ain't got nobody. Yes. Especially when you just single by yourself. Temptation. You just sitting right there like, oh my God, I could go back. This person. And I want to read y'all this really quick, what a counterfeit is. I'm pretty sure everybody know the definition, but it's like made in an exact imitation of something valuable or important with the intention to deceive or defraud. It looks so good, y'all. I remember at the bank when I used to work at the bank, and we used to have to do like early deposits and stuff, and they have all these large bills in there. And I'm talking about the fake $100 bill look just like the real one until you really put it in the light.
Yeah.
And you can feel you start really feeling that thing, like, oh, this a fake. Oh, this fake.
Yes.
My God, put it in the light of Jesus and say, God, who is this?
Yes.
And he will show you.
Yes.
It's amazing, man.
Yes.
It's amazing.
If you single or not, I think we're gonna always go through a process where we have to tell God, in your will, not my will.
Yeah.
And I have this scripture that I want to read. It's John 15:2. Jesus says, every branch in me that does not bear fruit, he will take away.
Yeah.
And every branch that continues to bear fruit, he repeatedly prunes.
That's so good.
He repeatedly prunes so that it will bear more fruit, even richer and finer fruit. So when I read that, it's like, it doesn't matter whether I'm single or whenever I'm married. God is going to constantly prune me, meaning he's going to be constantly taking things away for me to be richer and finer. So I think the more that the easier I'm willing to submit to God's will and not my own, it will be an easier transition for me. But when we try to hold on so hard as women, that's what we do, especially when we're in love with someone. We just want to hold on. That's the greater the ache, the greater the pain. But when we start trying to fast, like once we fast, we're already crucifying that flesh. It's easier to submit to God's will. Like, you know what? It ain't my will. This ain't God's will for me. I gotta let it go.
And that's so good because, you know, like she said, we like comfortable. We like to know. We like familiar. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to try. I was just telling my sister the other day, I said, why is it easier so I said it's so funny how we can have vegetables already made in the refrigerator. I'm talking about already made, your meal prepared.
Oh yeah.
But we're gonna go out our way to get what we want.
Yes.
I'm gonna go out my way to make the hamburger. I'm gonna go out my way. I'm gonna put it on the grill. I'm gonna whatever I gotta do, put it on the stove. But you already have something already made. But I want what I want.
Yes.
The unhealthy thing.
Yes.
I like what I like. I don't want no vegetables. I don't want that because I want something that tastes good. I want something that feels good. I want something that makes me feel good.
Yeah.
Ain't that crazy, y'all? How we'll go out our way to make the bad thing a good thing.
Yeah. And I really thank God. I thank God that God did not allow me to be married into none of those. Like, even though I wanted them so bad and I'm so glad, because I know if he ever takes something away, he's going to bring you to greater. And we just have to believe that and hold strong to that. And I think that's a lot when we just compromise it. It's just because we just don't know when. What time are you on, Lord?
Oh,
how much longer, God? This is really getting
like,
long.
God, you taking too long. Like, I don't know what you up there doing, Lord. Now, what a confirmation number? What place I'm in line? Like, Lord, when you gonna send this person? And I'm thinking, too, when we get our minds off of that.
Yes.
Truly, because it's so hard, y'all. Let's be real. It's hard, man. It's hard, especially when you really desire something. It's hard. It's not no easy. I'm not sitting here telling y'all something that's easy, man. This junk is hard. It's hard not to go back. Let's be real. It's hard to wait on the Lord. It's hard. It's hard. It's hard. When I was growing up, I used to think, people say I grew up in church. So I used to think what people say. I'm like, oh, until I really experienced it for myself, this stuff is hard.
It is.
This junk ain't easy to live out the scriptures. What the Lord is saying, to wait well, to be, of good chill.
Count it all joy.
Like, Lord, you gonna be
various trials.
Like, Lord, what is the joy about this? What is happy about this?
All joy.
What is happy about this? You want me but he knows what he's doing, y'all.
Yes.
He knows what he's doing. God loves us so much that he don't want us to fall for the spirit behind the counterfeit. He don't want us to fall for this okie-doke mess, this temporary stuff. God said, girl, if you really knew, if I could pull back the curtain for you and show you what I really have for you, you wouldn't be studying nothing. You'll wait well. And I have to tell myself sometimes, I say, God, girl, if you knew what God really had for you.
So, they got this little TikTok thing now that was like, do you really love him, or is just because nobody is calling you yet?
Oh, I see. Cute. That's the trend that's out right now. You just want to be with this man because you really love him, or that what God said? Then they was like, who said that? Who said that?
It's real.
It's so real, man.
Do he really love you, or he just need a place to stay?
Sis.
Do you really love him, or he's just the only person that's paying you any attention?
I know, y'all. I know. It starts with us first. We be able to tell ourselves, because for real.
Yeah.
Y'all, for real, I'm telling you, it's so much deception out there. It's so many men that will, and I heard God telling me this morning, that sometimes people will stay around as long as you let them. That they're not going nowhere. As long as you allow them to stay, they'll be around. Yeah. They're not going to walk away. If you pray for them to go away, no, they're going to be around. Some people will be around until you walk away. Yeah. My mama said that one time too. She said, sometimes you just got to walk away. Yeah. You stop asking God to take it away. You walk away.
Yeah. Especially when they are a hindrance. You might not be a hindrance to them. You are actually a blessing to them, because but they're a hindrance to you and where you trying to go. Because they ain't trying to go nowhere. They just trying to get, while they can.
And since I think too, if I say this, the counterfeit in some way is going to be compromised. Yeah. It's going to be some type of compromise. I remember I was talking to this guy and he said, I was like, because I was trying to stop sinning, we grown, trying to stop sinning, and the conviction was on me very heavy. Then he said, well, what grace for then?
That's a real flag.
What is grace for? So you telling me we gonna sin, y'all? We all fall short of the glory. But you telling me, so we do all of this, and you know what you're doing, but you gonna pull out the grace card?
Yeah.
And you don't have, your heart is not broken because of what we just did.
No. That's how you know.
Yeah, that's scary.
That's how you
Pay
know.
attention. And instantly when he said that, I was like,
Yeah.
The counterfeit is compromise.
Yeah.
It'll have you compromising. And if, ladies, if a man don't respect you, if you say, I want to wait, even if y'all done messed up, if a man, if you make up your mind anytime and say, I want to wait until marriage, and then a man say, oh, it ain't that serious and all that, run.
Yeah.
Because you got to be on the same page, ladies. Y'all, you cannot be wanting to do right, and this man is not wanting to do right.
Yeah.
It's going to be compromised with the counterfeit.
Yeah.
Even if it's not with sex, it could be with your morals, your values.
Yes.
That counterfeit is going to make you compromise.
And it also continues to show us, like, you know, we really don't believe that God has better. And we really don't. We really don't. We really don't. And sometimes it's okay. It's okay to be alone. It's okay to feel lonely. We have to go to the source, which is God. To continue to ask God to strengthen us in the areas that we're weak, because the enemy knows
that's so good.
He's gonna keep playing that card till he can't play it no more. He gonna keep, and until you get to a place where you can overcome, and he gonna switch faces on you. All right, you done with him? I'm gonna switch faces on him. It's gonna be somebody completely different, but the same spirit. Until you overcome that, he gonna play that card over and over. That's and you're just gonna be in a place where you in and out, up and down, because you won't stay still and just know that God has better for you. It's okay to be, you know, in conversation with someone, but once you start seeing flags going off, that's your discernment. Go, leave, exit
quickly.
Because those are hindrance to your own spiritual lifestyle, distractions, just trying to keep you from getting what God really has for you.
The counterfeit will forfeit. Wow. It will try to stop what God, and that's just the spirit behind the person, y'all. And we really understood that the enemy, especially when you really trying to, just pay attention, when you really trying to come close to God and you really trying to do right, I'm telling you, the enemy will send everything. Yes. Oh, God. Oh, yes. Imitations, people, anything. I got to get her distracted. I got to get him distracted. I cannot allow them to go any further. And that's why he's a time waster. That's why he will use a counterfeit to waste time. Because if I get you to have even sex with this person, if I get you entangled, I know I can waste your time. I know that you will never encounter the promise that God really has.
And spiritually, we just don't know. We're just spinning around, just getting tangled, bound up.
Just tangled more and more in this person.
Just bound up.
But when you rather the different, I think I seen this cue. I was looking at a fitness quote. They said you got to choose your heart.
Yeah.
You got to choose your heart.
Yeah.
Which heart are you willing to sacrifice?
Yeah.
The hard part of being alone, or the hard part of somebody's not for you, but you still keep going on and on for the comfort of now.
Yes. I'm telling you, when I'm in my best spiritual, when I'm in my word, when I'm fasting, when I'm praying for others, when I'm encouraging others, I'm telling you, spiritual warfare, these men come out of
nowhere.
Woodwork.
Everywhere, baby.
Counterfeits come from everywhere. I just need to slow you down just a little bit.
Just a little bit. Just slow you down.
Because that little bit of it's
a lot. It becomes a lot. Like, that's so good.
Get your mind off of God. Ooh. Just a little bit. Get you out your word just a little bit. Get you from not praying for your friends. I mean, my friends, I could be so caught up with my friends could be going through a whole lot, and I'd be like, when I called them, I'd be like, why where was I? Where was I? I know life is be life, and everybody have their own things, but that's just how the enemy is, because he knows if I'm attached to you, and we all helping one another, if he could keep me focused on whatever I'm going through. Now I'm not reaching out. Now I'm not reaching out to my other friend. Now we all going through silently.
We all going through. We all are going through, and that's why I was telling you one time. So I'm sorry that I wasn't, because I feel like I was going through my own thing too, and I'm over here just distracted. Versus coming to my friend and be like, "Listen, sis, I'm going through this, or this is ailing me, or I keep getting pulled over here. I keep getting pulled over there." Like she said, we could be in our own world, distracted. Yeah. Because the counterfeit distracts, y'all.
It does.
It distracts. Anybody that truly loves you will pull you closer to God. For real. And that's how, even in my life, I only can speak for me. I know whoever God has for me will pull me to God. Yes. He will add value to me. I'm already valuable.
Right.
But he's going to add, not take away.
Yeah.
He's going to respect and say, even if he didn't come to me on purity, he going to love, I love this, babe. I want to do this with you.
Yes.
I want us to go down this road together.
Yes.
I'm not going to put you in tempting areas to make you go against what you already established before I got here.
Yeah.
Like, that's beautiful.
It is.
Them green flags, ladies, green flags. What you say? Like, Lord, we have to just pay attention. I want us, because our generation, man, and the generation below us and generations to come, we have to impart this in our daughters and everybody, man, that we got to be aware, man. It's so many wolves in sheep's clothing coming, looking good, smelling good, tall. Oh, he dark skin. Oh, he chocolate. Oh, he fine. But...
and there's too much going on now to not be in a place with God. You just never know. Ooh. Even for your children. Yeah. Just, sometimes you could have done something that you know wasn't of God, but then somebody called you for prayer and you wasn't there. Ooh, that tear me up. You wasn't in the place to really pray that thing off of them.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Because we distracted. And we all be there. We distracted.
Things going on with your children.
Mm-hmm.
But you're not in the place to pray that stuff off of them or to pray that atmosphere. You're not in the place.
And we got to be watchful even with our kids. Oh, Q, that's so good. It's so important, y'all, to be in position. It's so important to stay on the wall, man, because deception is everywhere. Deception is, you think the enemy is going to allow us to get closer and closer to God, and you seeking in no type of deception, no type of spiritual warfare, girl, man, you lost your mind.
It's a hindrance to your power. It's a hindrance to your anointing. It's a hindrance to your calling. Yeah. He knows all that. Yeah. That's why he send them.
He got to set them traps. He got to set the traps up.
And we know better, so we have to know, for one, the traps coming.
They coming.
Counterfeits coming, and prepare.
And how do you prepare, sis?
Staying in your word.
Yeah.
Asking for strength from God, because it's not easy. And just being transparent with your brothers and sisters in Christ. I want to go back. It's getting hard.
You got to have accountability. Because
you can't do it by yourself.
You can't, sis, because if we sit here in secret and go through by ourselves, the enemy might trick us. You might get tricked. Because you're up here trying in your mind, I don't want to tell nobody because that's embarrassing.
Or you feel like you've been in Christ so long. Girl, now how you feel for that?
That's good.
And it was the same person. You fear being judged more than you want to get free. Forget
that, baby. I'm going through. I'm about to go back.
Forget that, because of your friend, if they take it and they be like, judgmental, that's got something they account for. But God sees your heart, like you're trying to get rid of it. When I was ready to get out of that relationship, I didn't care what my friend thought. Ooh. I know I blew my hair to the back because she never knew.
Yeah, she never knew what she was really going through.
She never knew.
Yeah.
I know she was like, well, I'm gonna have to see what I gotta say for that, because I didn't know you was about to say this. Mm-hmm. But when you get, like, if something is going on internally, like when you ready to go to the doctor, you don't care who knows.
I don't care.
You don't care nothing about privacy.
Yeah.
I need to know what's going on with me. I want this fixed. I want this resolved. And I just feel like once we all come to a place where it's just too much for us, we'll start being transparent. I don't care who.
I think we need transparency, though, sis. Because I think a lot of times when we get on this walk with Christ, people think it's supposed to be easy. So when the first time somebody experienced conflict, they're like, am I doing something wrong? No. Sometimes you aren't doing nothing wrong. It's just we all are going to experience like, this ain't Lord, what you doing now? I'm tired. Like, we all going to experience burnout, honestly. This walk with Christ isn't easy. It's a daily dying to your will for his will.
Yes.
It's a daily, like Q said, we can go out and go get somebody. We can go out and have a man, I'm about to say a ninja or something, but we can go out and have a man by us every night if we wanted to.
Yeah.
But I don't want to settle. I don't want the deception.
Yeah.
I want who God has for me, because I know when God do it, it's going to be good. It's going to be for Kelsey. I don't have to settle for pieces.
Ooh. Just a little.
Oh,
just a little act right.
Ooh, if you know, he okay. I mean, he say some cute stuff every night. No, I don't have to settle for that. Like even some aspects. Yeah, we finna go because this conversation good. But even some aspects cute. I want you to tell like what are like just say about 2 or 3, a couple of things you want in a godly spouse or a spouse that God has for you. Just name about 3.
3. Okay. I want somebody that has integrity. That way I know like they're trustworthy. Like they won't say and just do any and everything. I have girls. I'm a girl mom.
Yeah.
So I want to be able to trust them. So I was just someone that has integrity.
Integrity. Yeah.
Someone that knows how to that has provision. They're not. They think about things before they do it. They seek God before they do it. And leadership. I love so much that man that could lead. I don't mind adding my 2 cents in, but I don't want to, guide or have to do everything because I'm already out of place. If I see we're dating and I'm already having to figure everything out for our household and you just fall behind me and bag me up, which is fine. But in the Bible, it says the man is the lead. We're already out of order.
Ooh.
So yeah, good leadership, integrity.
And you said like in a sense initiative because you want a man like a proactive man.
That has provision. Yeah,
that's so good, so cute. So a man come opposite because them your core values sound like. If a man come opposite of you, like I'm
not gonna say. I'm not gonna just immediately say no. But
how would you determine that?
Just by conversation, like when we go out on dates, I'm watching how you're handling yourself.
That's good.
Who's communicating when we're going into the store? Who's leading in the date? Things like that. Am I communicating for both of us when we go into the? I mean, it's not that big of a deal. But I don't want to always.
I know what you're saying.
Yeah, I don't want to be the mouthpiece
every time. Like, baby, can you say something?
So it's not something I would cut somebody out for, but I would say, hey, I would like if you led more.
Ooh,
maybe you should, get under leadership.
Is that like over time? Thank you. How long would that take? Is that like how long would
it may take some time, and you may need a man leadership. Get under a man leadership that will teach you these things because everybody doesn't grow up with a father. Everybody doesn't learn these type of things, so that's not something I would cut somebody out for. Yeah. But I would say, hey, you might want to get under a good man that can show you how to lead.
But what if you say, but I don't need no man to show me that?
Okay, then we can't go. I mean, we can have fun because I'm sure he's gonna say that's like me. It's like, hey, you may have to do, and I'm gonna be willing.
That's it, Q. Because nobody's gonna come perfect. Nobody. Yeah. We all will. Because I may have something he don't like. You like, you changed it, but we gotta, But long as it's not your core values, the things that God has put that you're compromising on. Yeah. I think it's always a conversation. Yeah. But if somebody's blatantly like, I want to save myself, that's a core value for me. Yeah. That's the thing. I want to honor God with my body. And if somebody's trying to do the opposite of that, knowing I communicated that to you, and
you got it.
because you're like, come on, man, because I'm gonna be in sin then. Yeah. Then you compromising me. Yeah. Then we weak sometimes. We can't fight it. So you compromising me. Yeah. So we just gotta be smart. Like, what's your core values? You gotta know your core values before a person even come into your life. You gotta what do I really want?
What are your boundaries?
What are my boundaries?
And don't let them go. Ooh. Don't settle. And that's why it's so good to not be anxious. We be so anxious. I don't know how many times I've exchanged number with somebody, right? And I'm like, Lord, this could be the one. This could be the one. This could be the one. Yep. And then day one, it'd be like, oh Lord, this is not the one.
You already know, like right off, like, like like
oh Lord, not the one. But because, well, I'm just gonna ride with it. Maybe he'll change.
Yeah. But some of them are instant that you cut up like and some of them are like subtle. Yeah, you have to really pay attention. But like we don't want to today. We don't want to say look for perfection because we're not perfect.
Definitely not.
We're not perfect. Somebody gonna have something you don't like.
Yeah.
But or whatever. But it's just about what are your core values. Like you said, what do you want? What's your boundaries? What do you?
And even asking God, I'm really still asking God to help me because I am someone that can be caught up all on the wrong things.
Yeah.
So caught up all on the wrong things. And then you really missing out on this good person because you're so caught up and you're stubborn. You don't want to change. So I'm just, ask God, hey, whoever my husband is, God, I just want you to allow me to accept who they are. Ooh. If they don't come how I thought they was going to come, take that from me. If it's not if the looks ain't got to be like that, take that from me. Like, change my mind because you have in your mind who you looking for and that man right beside you. You so blind. You so blind because they ain't on my list.
Wow. So basically you saying, in a sense, you can have your list, but still surrender that list to God.
Yes.
Yeah. Still give him that
those
list.
Things out of me that right now should be that important.
That's good. Because we all want to be somewhat attracted to whoever.
Definitely.
We all want to. I ain't saying you got to be a 10, but
yeah,
Lord, some attraction, Lord. You know. Yeah. You know, Lord. You know.
But like back in some pettiness. Oh, I want to talk to a man based off their shoes. Oh, I'm not talking to somebody
girl,
based
pop the balloon.
Off a haircut.
Pop the balloon, baby.
I'm not I don't want to be like that.
Just petty stuff.
Nobody.
Maybe you're gonna be alone for the rest of your life. You know what I'm saying?
Or you're gonna end up with somebody, but it might not. Shoes. I mean, based off of what what your criteria was. Your standards was. There wasn't none.
Yeah.
So you getting took down through there, going through unnecessary things because you didn't really know. It's so many. Like when I started dating, I had no boundaries. I had nothing in vision. So if a man lied to me, that wasn't a deal breaker.
Wow.
A man cheated on me. I was just experiencing these things, and I was just like, oh, okay, well. Guess we'll work through it. There wasn't no.
That's good, and that's so good, Q.
Standard.
Because that's the same way with me.
I take whatever.
I take whatever.
I didn't say that with my mouth, but I didn't have no boundaries. I didn't have no standards, so I would take whatever.
Wow, that's so good, man. I even go back to what you said in the beginning about when season. You gotta know when the season is over. Like I heard God say this too. Sometimes we be putting our feet still in a shoe that we know don't fit. We outgrew the shoe. But yeah, we keeping our feet in it.
Yeah.
And now you're experiencing pain.
Yeah.
You're experiencing all of this different stuff because you didn't want to let go of something you outgrew.
Yeah.
I outgrew this relationship, but Lord, I don't know. I don't know life without the pain.
Yeah.
Ain't that crazy?
Yeah.
I don't know life without this person.
Sever it. Lord, you need to sever this tie. Sever this emotion. And I really believe it just truly comes from because we don't have anything. We really don't love that person. Oops. We really don't care about that person like that. It's because it's nothing else.
You told me that one time.
We're sitting in a season where it's just us.
Let's be real, y'all, because I think I told y'all this on the last time Q was here. Q helped me through my heartbreak. And I told Q, I said, Q, I don't know a life without this person. And Q was like, she gave me the real, she was like, yeah, I understand, sis, whatever. She was like, but a lot of times we, just what she said, we don't have nobody else to feel that. So of course that seems like, oh my God, I can't live, but it's just nobody else there. That's all you know.
As soon as your husband hit the scene, I promise you.
Ain't nobody, like, baby, who?
You will forget these people.
Who?
So quick.
Like, who was my ex? What was his name?
I don't know that about me too. You really don't, Quaneisha, you don't love him.
You just comfortable. They're familiar. You're bored. You just like you said, you want somebody to text throughout the day. Hey, or somebody to check on you. Like, that's it. But yeah, I'm done. You got anything else, sis?
No. No.
Okay. Well, we thank y'all so much for coming on. Like I said in the beginning of the video, make sure y'all like, share, comment, subscribe. I hope this conversation blessed y'all. Make sure you share with a friend. Make sure y'all comment. Let me know what y'all thought. If you are dealing with this, y'all, let's have a conversation in the comments. Let's talk about it, man. It's just so much that we need to talk about. So many people think they're on their own out here, and so many people are dealing with situations that they're scared to talk about because they don't feel like nobody else deals with it. But I just thank y'all so much. Like I said, put that thumbs up on them. For real, y'all. Come in. Let's talk.
Don't compromise for the enemy's
You don't have to.
God is worth the wait.
Oh,
everything He has for us is worth the wait. And just remember to put out in the atmosphere that what God has for me in my future is greater and better than my past.
Ooh, it's greater. That's so good. It's greater. I don't care. I don't gotta be on social media, baby, to flaunt nothing.
No.
What God has for me is coming,
and
it's in His time, not in mine. And so why wait, baby? I'm still gonna do whatever I do. I'm still gonna, pour into me, continue to grow my relationship with God. So don't settle. I love that cue. Don't settle, man.
Don't settle.
Just stay in God's face. Fall in love with Him.
Yes.
Fall in love with Him. He's Jehovah Jireh. He's your provider. You don't need no man to provide for you, baby.
No.
He's your provider. Find some things you like to do. Find some creative things you like to do. Go to the gym, baby. Get that body right.
Yes.
Come on, get that body right. Do something pour into you.
Yes.
Like in this season, read some books. What you like to do?
Yeah.
Do that. And so when you start pouring into you, start getting yourself together, man. And when God sees fit for that time, He will bring it to pass. But until then, do you. Love on you.
Yes.
Invest in your children. Spend time with them. Pour into them. Why it's just y'all. So I admonish y'all. Don't settle.
Don't settle.
I love y'all. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. Until next time, I'll see y'all. Bye.